Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you. Answer the question right away before you watch the rest of this video. Are you playing Overwatch? Now, there is a bit of a caveat with this. When I'm asking this question, what I mean is, are you playing it in the same sort of way you played the game maybe a year ago or maybe even a few months ago? Because I have noticed some very, very heavy changes in people's play style, and I want to see if you guys can actually confirm that for me in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to You At Last. I am, of course, Stylosa. So this was the premise for this video. Is Overwatch becoming a spectator sport and not really something that we play? Now, I made a video on this a while ago, and I think I've put a few tweets out on this, but I was basically asking the question, do you guys, when you guys play Overwatch, right? Or rather, watch Overwatch League, because Overwatch League is the big, problem here. You see awesome teamwork. You see teams working together, playing together, great communication. The way the game is meant to be played, as I believe a very famous publisher would say. Anyway, right? You see that, then you go into comp, and then you're like, wow, we've got 5 DPS, or we've got somebody who just throws the game, or we've got all these other issues, and it's highly frustrating. Now, in the past, I've been of the mind where I go, look, what we need to do is just ignore the defeats and just keep playing through them. And that's kind of okay to a point, isn't it? Now, though, the game is quite old. We're approaching the 2-year anniversary of Overwatch. And, I've been playing the game for, basically 3 years at this point now. And if I'm starting to tire out, where I consider myself being, one of the, the nutters. I've got 7 accounts, ladies and gentlemen. If that isn't crazy, I don't know what is, right? I play a lot of Overwatch, hundreds and hundreds of hours every single season. It's just ridiculous, right, across all of my accounts. It's mental stuff. But I think right, I enjoy watching Overwatch more than playing it now. But why is that, right? I still think this is the best game I've ever played. I still really enjoy playing the game. Problem is, when things happen, like yesterday, which was a day that happened, ladies and gentlemen, which was not great, right? It wasn't the worst day I've ever had playing Overwatch, but it's all very random. It's all very, are we going to get a team? We know this argument. We've basically discussed this to death at this point. I think probably close to a year, people have been asking for role select, prefer role queues, some type of guild system, all these things that we've been asking for, which we don't have. Now, I was led to believe that the game was supposed to prioritize people of certain kind of roles. So you would get a tank and you would get a support in every game, or at least that kind of thing. But I've not really been seeing that. I've been seeing games where it's just full of support mains, or it's just full of DPS mains, and it's just terrible. And people tilt off the planet. Now, I've had the privilege of playing this game at every level, apart from very high top 500, right? And I can tell you categorically that around high master and low GM, you might get a good game, right? Around low top 500, because I've never been in top 500, but low top 500, you might get a good game, right? But the difference is at these levels, you will get people that will talk on the microphone. You will get people that might be willing to flex, might be willing to build a team. The problem is, well, it's the same at every rank, really. If you're a Genji main and you're really good at Genji, you want to play Genji, right? That's no problem, right? If you're a Torb main and you're awesome at Torb and you want to play Torb, that, in theory, is no problem. If I'm I don't know, a Winston main, a Tracer, literally insert any hero here, right? I want to play that hero. I go into Overwatch, and then somebody picks that hero, or we've got 4 DPS, so obviously we need the tank and a healer, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do it this game. So then you fill, and then you lose. What happens at this point is, because you've lost, right, as a team, you think, you know what, and I've done this, I'm totally guilty of this, and everybody's guilty of this. You then think to yourself, you know what, I'm going to play my best hero next game. I don't care what people are doing in the team, because that's how we're going to win. So then you lock in your Tracer, your Soldier, your Genji, your whatever, right? But so does everybody else. And then you end up with a team comp that just will not win. So then maybe you flex back to a tank, and then you lose again. And then at this point, you become very, disenfranchised with the game. You get to a point where you're like, what the hell am I doing with my time? And this is the big kicker. This is what all of this video has been leading up to, ladies and gentlemen. We play games for fun, don't we? If you load Overwatch up in competitive, it is a gamble whether you will have a good game or a bad game. I can throw crazy figures and pull them out my arse and go, 1 in 10 games will be good. I don't think it's as extreme as that. But if I sit down and play a game and the first game I go into has got a troll or has got people... trolls are not that much of an issue, like, so really I should come away from that. Or toxic people, not really that much of an issue. The problem is people just playing whatever the hell they like and not playing to win. Just like, I'm going to play this hero so I don't care sort of thing. Which I guess you could say is trolling, but... On the other hand, you can understand the arguments for it, right? Because they want to play their best hero. So fair play to them, right? Play their best hero. Obviously, you want everybody on the best hero, but when you've got 5 DPS or 6 DPS in your team, or 4 supports, I mean, I've seen, like, this happens regular, right? Or too many tank mains and they can't DPS. People can flex, right? And that's cool. In fact, you know what? Screw it. Let's go off on another tangent here, right? This happens as well. So you go into a game, right, and there might be too many tank mains or too many support mains and only like 1 DPS main. You will not win that game, right? The tank mains may flex and play DPS, but they are not of the level they are playing a tank as a DPS at that level, if you get what I'm saying, right? So if they're 3,500 rated tank, right, but they never touch DPS, but they know, oh, hang on, we've already got like quad tank or something, so I probably should play support. They might be terrible at the support. They might not be able to play the support. That's where the big problem lies with Overwatch. You can't expect everybody to be proficient in every single hero. It's just like a stupid dream, which maybe 10 years down the line could be a thing, but the rate the game is going right now, that's not going to be a thing because people will stop playing the game ultimately. Like, if I'm sitting here going, I don't think I'm actually enjoying playing Overwatch, well, that's crazy. Thing is, though, I still love the game because I get to watch Overwatch League. And given the amount of content they're pumping out with Overwatch League and Contenders is starting soon, and how you guys know that, you know, I'm part of Spitfire, I work with the team, so I get to see all of that stuff, and that's super cool and awesome to me. But then I want to play the game, and it's just like, it's not competitive at all. Like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I think what's happening with Overwatch, right, is people are just coming back for the events just to check out the new skins, maybe play like capture the flag a few times or whatever the new brawl is, and then they leave. Whereas in the past, people would continue playing, they'd try to better themselves, try to become awesome players. Maybe we were all sort of in the mindset of like, hey, Overwatch is such a wonderful game, like, there's hope for the game, you know. Maybe we'll get like role select at some point, maybe we'll get guild systems, you know, it's going to be awesome, teams are going to be great. A lot of time has gone past since we started thinking about those lofty ideals, ladies and gentlemen. So we're at the point where I don't know, like, I mean, this really does sound a bit strange because I still played Overwatch for about 7 hours yesterday. And did I have a good time? Was I just playing it for the sake of playing it? I can't really answer these questions. Like, I still think, like, whenever I play a different game, it never feels as good as Overwatch. It never feels as smooth. It never feels as just responsive. Overwatch is Overwatch, and it's such a fun game. And obviously, I don't want to say I know everything about the game, but because I've played it for so long and I've produced so much content on it, I mean, hell, look at all the stuff behind me, right? I love this game, right? And I just like going in, and I almost will reset my mind. If I have a bad game, or we have a thrower, or we have like 6 DPS or something insane like that, that's cool. I'll just go into the next game, and I'm like, all right, it's fine. I'll just play the next game. And then it happens again, and then maybe I'll get a good game after that, and then I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Then I go into the next game, maybe it's like iffy. Maybe, hell, we get another good game again, but then we get a bad game. You see where I'm going with this? It's, you know, like, I've been playing some other games recently, like, so I've been playing a bit of Fortnite, a bit of PUBG, and games like that. Every time I play those games, I have fun in every single game. Yeah, sure, if you die straight away when you jump out the bloody plane, that's bad, right? You're like, oh god, but you go straight into another game. Overwatch, you do not get that. Like, you will either get like the extreme, like, holy hell, this is such a beautiful game, this is phenomenal, can't believe this has happened, or you get 20 minutes of just terribleness, or you get people who just make you not want to play the game, and that is not right. And you know what? I'm going to end the video with this because I know this is just turning into a rant, but which I guess you could say most of my videos are like rants, but whatever. This is not down to the community to fix this problem. We cannot fix this problem, right? People will always play the heroes they want to play. That is just fact, right? There needs to be a system in the game which will allow us to form a team and then play as that team. If this isn't a top priority from the devs, then I don't know what they're doing, because with competitive play decline, interest will decline in your game. Now, the other way of looking at it is, sure, it might become a spectator sport where we're all just watching Overwatch League, which, you know, whatever. I watch Overwatch League more than I play the game when it's live, probably. Although it's on at really bad times for the EU, and that's only going to get worse as well, because they're starting games at 4 p.m. PST, which means they start at 10 p.m. every single day, which means the first set is going to go till midnight. So we'd be up until 6 a.m. if we watched every single set. whatever. But we can watch the VODs, we can watch all of that. But look, what I want you guys to answer, right, is the question. I guess we do this in two different ways, right? I asked you the question at the start of the video, and I'm going to ask you the question again now after you've listened to me rant. I want you to go back and edit your comment, right? So you've commented already going, oh yeah, I don't play the game for this reason, or oh yeah, I still play the game, or I play these other games, or whatever. Now what I want you to do is put an edit to the comment, and I want you to tell me what you think after you've listened to me talk about my experiences. Because remember, I live this game. Like, I 100% live this game. But what is weird and what is strange that is happening to me now is I'm just becoming a spectator of the game. It's dead weird. I don't know whether I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa and this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video. Remember, comment below and all that good stuff. And I will catch you guys on the next one. And I best drink my coffee because it's going cold. My God. Catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.